of AMP2.TV video format to the radio. Today's show will have interviews and concepts that bring you, the public, closer to how real radio and television work hand in hand to bring the best platform to sell your business. Tune in on the WWNNradio.com website or follow AMP on AMP2.TV website to see radio.
And good evening, Boca. This is Freddy Fixit coming live from a new location. We are taking the place of another show. This is Taking Care of Business. We have a show that we play on the air at this time, which are going to be moving to another date. That's Deliverance, the School of Deliverance. They're going to be moving to another date live from Orlando, setting up a studio up there. But next to me, I have Elise November from Culture
Different Like Me.
Different Like Me Cultures. Ooh.
Yes.
And she just did a show from the studio, which is where we're coming live from you, from the studio here at 18th Street in Boca.
Yep.
And
It's a great studio. It's super comfortable to be here.
I know.
It is.
You didn't even know how to say goodbye.
Wonderful.
You didn't know how to say goodbye in your
I
show.
didn't know how to say goodbye, so I've just been hanging out here for the past hour. But yeah, it's really comfy to be here, and the atmosphere is wonderful, and sometimes they feed you once in a while.
It gives you, yes, they will.
Once in a while.
Once in a while. We have Carrabba's here downstairs.
Yeah.
We're at 18th Street in Boca Point on the corner of Power Line, and we did a full production today starting at 3 o'clock. We will start doing streaming live during the week on Friday. Live studio audience participation will be here. For Hallie Elise is going to do a show about empowerment. You know, and she talks about the future and the past and all that.
That's interesting.
And she's going to have a live studio audience she's going to bring, and it's going to be our first. And we have a couple of other tests that we're running with the studio audience. We have maybe 20 or 30 people to see how it works. But anyway, what we like about this is it gives you more of a television look. Where you going? Are you leaving?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know.
I'm hanging out.
Giovanni's going to step
Gina,
in here.
you coming in?
Well, listen, it was great having you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
She was stepping in for Gio.
I'm here now.
Here, Gio. Go on.
And
Hi, guys.
Thanks, Elise.
Have fun.
Good. Elise November, Different Like Me Cultures, Monday nights, 6 to 6:30. She had a lot of fun with this. And we have the Whiz Kid here tonight,
I can control the show with my phone now.
who actually is controlling the
So I
show
can
with his
just-
phone.
Fade, and now we're at, now they can't see us. And now they can see us. Linda's like, what are you doing?
And there you have it. He's a destructive being. He turns off the
Show it
show so
through
you
the
can't
phone.
see it. But there you have. So we have new studio, new technology. We're able to come television and radio. We're on WNNradio.com's
I
website,
got a text message.
1470. Yeah, we'll hold your text message until after the show. And you can come on and be a participant. You can be in the studio audience. You can run shows. You can do all sorts of things. You saw tonight how full we got.
Yeah.
We have that water guy came in.
The water.
The water guy.
Water.
Yeah,
Condensed water.
He says that he can get water out of the air. And I've seen this before. But he's going to come down here. He wants to do some.
He said, what, 300 gallons an hour, though.
That was a huge machine.
That was a huge, yeah.
But
You get, and it's basically free water.
well,
free water.
it is because it uses sunlight power.
Yeah.
So,
So you're the only problem is pollution. It's not necessarily clean. I mean, there's a filtration on it.
well, he says he has a top-notch filtration. But what I loved about the guy that came down here was that he had like 6 people with him.
You know, he had like 8 people with him.
And then they all came in and they were talking water, water, water. And then when they saw the studio, they stopped talking water.
Yeah.
And they were talking television, and they were talking radio, and they were talking how do we use what you have to let the world know that this is the best way of putting water together safely. So they're going to come back tomorrow, going to be talking about that as well. What I like about the center is that it's big, so you can do different things. You get different
This is
sets.
huge. I want to do live performance music. I think we should get a little stage, get some amps, get some new mics, and we can do live music performance since we have the license here to do it.
Well, I got some news for you.
Well,
Next door to this room, the adjacent room, we are going to put a stage in there.
there you go.
And we're going to put a recording room in one of the other rooms so that we can do.
We're going to start
recording
producing
music.
albums.
I don't know about, well, we could put our own label out.
You're going to start the amp label?
Why not? Why not? We'll put the amp label out. We'll record music. We'll record.
I think you should make a rap.
I can't
We
rap.
should have the Freddy Fixit song.
No.
Fixit rap.
But I will say this. I'm call out to my boy, Mr. Les Mayer, who promised me that we will be shooting Two Boys from Brooklyn this week.
This week?
Which is a comedy.
When?
He's supposed to be here tomorrow.
All right.
This is a comedy. And we invite anybody who wants to come down here and do a live show on amp2.tv website, which I hear that you...
It is the brand new Amp Squared TV website.
You launched it.
Redesigned for 2015. That's it.
That's right. So we'll be able to go online. And again, once you capture the production, television, radio, anything you want to do with it.
Now
can be
reflects all the new things that we do, including radio, including internet, websites. It has some great screenshots, images, photos of our studio here. I took some pictures while you were gone. So if you're curious and you're watching or you're listening now, amp2.tv. Check out the studio page. There's great pictures on there, set up as is, so you can see pretty much where we're sitting. We're sitting on the green screen set.
That's right. Today's green screen set, which I kind of like. How's that look, Linda? Linda's doing the production tonight.
Looks awesome. Talk about this set and I'll put it up.
Well, you can show the set. We have a couch set here in the middle, and further to the right, we have a set.
The barstool set.
Barstool set that we have. But we are actually going to introduce different sets. We're going to try to bring in more to the production end of it so that we can give people more options. But the object of the game is that we can take simple productions. We could take complicated productions. We did productions today for Hallie Elise, another show that was on the air because she could not make it. And we produced it, and it was aired, and that stuff can be encoded to put on Ion Television. It could be put on Comcast. It can put it anywhere.
YouTube, your website.
Now you do Jeff Santos, which is one of our shows that we do out of Boston.
Yep, and he's nationally syndicated in Chicago, Tampa,
Colorado.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yep. And the nice thing about Jeff's show is a political show, of course. Don't always agree with him, but you gotta love him because he's a fighter, he's a warrior. And he's on revolutionradio.com.
revolutionradionetwork.com.
That's right. And he's on 5 to 6 Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, 5 to 6, except for this Monday because he forgot.
Yes, because it was a long weekend.
It was a long weekend. He was still in weekend mode. So.
That's right. He was still eating turkey. But anyway, as it works out, we have some productions tonight. We're Skyping into the NN Studios. Ken is at the board back at the studio doing this thing. And hopefully this is the venture that we can expand the radio station and bring in some television production to it. Sort of change, throw a curveball in the game, and give people the opportunity. Because once this production is done, Jill, you can take it and you can encode it into other means, other advertisement.
Put it on just about anything. Yeah.
Right? I mean, you could take it and put it on television. You could put it on anything and anywhere. And we
Toaster
also,
ovens. Yeah, we do it all.
we're getting some hits on Facebook now where people want to be Skyped and interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing that as well. We do medical shows. And it's funny because I don't know half the people that are contacting me, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you asked me tonight, who's this? Who's that? I don't know. These are people that are finding out what we do. They're in California. They're in Seattle. I have a lady coming down from Seattle, and she wants to do a show between us and Seattle. It's called Coast to Coast. And I'm not going to give her name until she comes. But she's dying to do this. She thinks this is a fantastic idea. And she's on a radio station in Seattle. So
Really?
we're gonna be plugging into Seattle. How do you like that?
That's pretty awesome.
What's the matter? You got some bugs?
Bug is buzzing my tower over here.
There you go. Well, Linda, we got to work on the bugs. Got to get the bugs out. All right. Now, tell us about this technology where you're able to do the production from your phone.
Yeah, so the software that we use has a web interface, which we've used on a couple different productions. I need to unlock my phone here. And, you can do things from edit the lower thirds to mess with Linda on the board over there as I change what she's looking at. You can pretty much have complete control. The only downside is, of course, that I don't know what it looks like because I'm not watching the stream. But I can also see when she changes things, which she just changed it now. What did you just change it to?
So the bottom line is that you have control. Now, some of the other remotes that we do remotely, like Boston. We're not in Boston. Atlanta, we have a couple of stations in Atlanta that we do All of that is done remotely. So we don't have to be at the place where you're doing the production,
Right.
as long as the equipment is in there. And now you're taking it to another level where you can work it on your phone.
Exactly. Well, now this is limited to the same local network at the moment. We can make it open to the internet, but that's kind of a little risky. But this is great for when we do when you do your one-man shows. You can still move the cameras around and switch them from here.
I kind of like that idea.
And still be able to pull up your lower thirds, which we don't have any queued up, but and also do your transitions. And you can actually even make shortcuts, which I don't have any, but to do quick things like bring up a lower third and change the camera. Or
Now, I know your brother's listening tonight, so we have to give him some kudos because he has a show that's airing tomorrow.
That's right.
6:30 to 7:30 on the WNN 1470 network. It's called First and Goal with Greg and Freddy J. I love that Freddy J thing. And it's a sports show. And it happens to be the first sports show that AMP has produced. We haven't produced a sports show.
I mean, it's a full blown, like, we're going all out with the graphics. We got a brand new logo that we're going to unveil tomorrow.
I heard that you put together the opening and the music and all that.
I personally put together the opening, minus the vocals, obviously, because I don't have that golden radio voice.
Well, the vocals are going to be put through Duff. He's going to take care of that. But I heard today from Greg that he got a commitment from 3 hockey players.
Really?
That are going to be on the show at the end of December. And they're coming here. And one of them happens to be the great one.
When is the great one? Who's the Gretzky?
Gretzky.
Really?
Yeah.
He's going to be here.
Him, Nystrom, and Bossy
I
are
need to
coming
be here
in.
for that. You got to call me, find me.
Well, a lot of people are going to be here for that. But they're coming in because Gift of Life,
signed jersey.
Gift of Life, which is the sponsor of the show, is actually excited about it because they have helped Gift of Life in the past, and they heard about the show and they want to come down here and just tell Greg, thank you. So, but they found out about what we're doing and they're very excited about coming down here at the end of the month. So, it's taking off, and Freddie J is very excited. He's scared to death. I saw him today. He looked as white as a ghost.
He called me earlier. He's busy doing research right now on the show.
Have you ever seen? They did a little touchy touch. They showed me what they can do, and they were just firing questions about each other and talking about football teams. And I said, if you can get sound bites, like you can get an interview and a sound bite and do an interview, we'll play it. No problem.
Yeah.
So he's a big Jets fan, so we have a couple of sound effects for that. Unfortunately, they're not any good this year. And even though I love them, I bleed green. But hey, I don't think so.
Next year, though?
I don't think so.
Next season? No?
No, maybe 3 years, 4 years from now.
Oh, wow.
But we'd like to. But again, that show is tomorrow, 7:30 to 6:30. Listen in for that.
I don't think they go backwards.
I'm sorry, 6:30 to 7:30. 6:30 to 7:30.
I don't know. We don't have the technology to go back in time.
You know what it is? We are going to have a sci-fi show.
Oh, here we go.
Sci-fi show, and we've been talking about science fiction shows about going to the future, and we saw the movie. What was the movie?
Interstellar,
which is a fantastic movie. Watch it on IMAX though, because it has a lot of good stuff to look at, and they went backwards to go forwards.
If you have a father who's getting close to that senile age, though, you may want to keep them away because they'll leave the theater thinking they're a quantum physicist. And
ladies and gentlemen,
we'll spend the next 3 days talking about time travel and things that they probably shouldn't be.
The funny thing is that 5 years ago, when I told Gio that we were going to have a building, a studio with our name on it, and that we were going to do television.
Not 5 years ago.
It was 5 years. 4.5 years. No, it was 5 years ago.
When we first started this, I said I wanted to have our own studio.
Yeah, I know.
I said that.
I know, and I said to
3
you
months later, because you're on a tape delay. You're well, maybe we should get a studio. I had a great idea.
Well, it takes a little bit of it takes a little planning to do this. People just don't hand you studios.
That's true.
But here we are. Here we are, and we are about to underscore something to another level, and sci-fi is going to be part of it, and I'm going to do some science fiction stuff.
I think you can make some stuff that really blows people's minds and maybe angers them a little bit.
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, you can't say it's wrong, and respect it because you don't know.
If you don't know what you're doing, it can't be wrong. So
it can't be. In other words, if you don't understand what science fiction is all about,
there is no limits to science fiction.
That's right. There's no right or wrong answer.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you based it on, but for the most part, no.
And let me see your phone because we got to keep a type on the look on the time. 7:46. Oh, okay, we got time.
We got time.
Now, also some of the other things that we're working on, starting next week on our shows, there's going to be call-in numbers. Actually, starting tomorrow, we have to have it ready for tomorrow.
We have to get the stuff.
Yes, there's a couple of things that we have to get, but you'll be able to call in tomorrow, 888-565-1470.
And this will, 1470.
Yeah, 888-565-1470.
That's the radio.
Yeah, you're going to call the radio to talk to the sports show.
I was thinking about the other thing.
I'm going to get to that now.
Yeah, see?
The other thing is that we're going to be doing live streaming shows from the studio.
Outside of the radio.
Outside of the radio, we're going to take it to another level where we're going to have production on amp2.tv, and there will be an 866 number where you can call and participate on that. So it's going to be multi. It's going to be either the radio or off the radio on a different grid.
Our goal is to have at least, during the weekdays, I would say 4 or 5 hours of
exactly
of
if
live
not more, yeah.
new content. I would say to start 4 hours of new content Monday through Friday, and when we're not, have some reruns, and ultimately utilize the studio to the fullest.
That's right, and we're looking for people that want to put content on the air. Different things, whether it's political or nonprofit. It really doesn't matter. We have people that want to help children and things of that nature, so we're going to be doing a little bit of that as well. The object of the game is to come on down and you'll be put behind the screen or in one of the sets. You can bring guests down. You're invited to bring a live studio audience, and we're going to air it, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see who picks up on it, who wants to be able to...
How do they reach you?
How do they reach us? You call 866-224-5422, 866-224-5422. Or you can send me an email at freddy@amp2.tv.
Or even go to our newly designed website. Check it out. There's a contact page, which will just about go to the same place. So
give them the website.
That's amp2.tv, the number 2.tv. And
go to contact.
Yep, go to the contact page, and you can send us an email, and somebody will get back to you.
Yep. I will put you on the air. And if the show is a hit, then we'll talk about doing other things with the production. Maybe television, maybe radio, maybe multiple radio stations. National, we have a national account now coming out of Texas. It's doing very well. So give us a holler, 866-224-5422. Let us know what you think.
866-224-5422. That's right?
That's right. 224-5422.
You say it too fast.
Oh, do I? If
I was driving in my car, I'd be like, all over the road.
866-224-5422 is the number. amp2.tv is the website. Another text?
That's my mom.
Oh, there you go. She's watching you.
When are you coming home? Hi, Mom.
The nice thing about doing this tonight is School of Deliverance is actually going to open up a studio in Orlando, so we'll be heading up there in the next few days, and we're going to set it up so that they can stream into NN on another night or into their own hub or whatever it is they want to do.
Channel.
Yeah, they may do their own channel. The School of Deliverance actually has grown. They are being asked to produce things in Houston and in the Caribbean, and I've been contacted by the people to provide the footage. So they drive every Monday. They used to drive down here for a year.
I just did that drive.
It's a nice drive.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's a nice drive.
No, it's not.
I know, and they did it every day for a year. Every day they did it for a year.
Every day or every Monday?
Every Monday. And now what we're going to do is we're going to
and to turn around and drive back.
But now we're going to take this technology and put it in up there, open up a studio for them, and then we'll be able to broadcast Orlando and us. So it gives us another stage.
Absolutely.
To do our live stream stuff as well. Maybe we do dual windows or something for interviews. So it'll be a nice deal up there. So our friends up in Orlando who are watching tonight, School of Deliverance, we wish you the best. What else you got?
What else I got? I don't know.
Oh, you want to talk about 8-bit?
No, I do not.
He never wants to talk about 8-bit. I don't know why.
Because this is outside my target audience here.
Yeah, but you don't know what the target audience
Oh,
is.
you want to know
Nobody
about?
knows.
Go to 8bit.tv. There you go.
That's a website that you
That's
work
the
on,
website.
don't you?
That is my personal business. Yes.
There you go. And again, the studio is located at 18th Street in Boca Point on Power Line Road in Boca. You come on in on the 3rd floor. We're located here. And we will invite you to come down. Now, there's some other things happening at the center as well. We are in the process right now of signing a contract with our good friend, Mrs. Randy Heller, who is going to bring in art into the building. We are going to have people come down and see some different artists from all over the world. Probably 15 to 20 pieces are going to be put in at one time on display. And they're going to come down and take a look at the known artists and unknown artists.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to buy the works. You'll be able to view the works. We're working on some sculpture pieces as well. So we can have a little bit of a different appeal in the rest of the building, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. I think the art show is probably one of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to now that we're here in our new studio.
Well, the amazing thing is that I've been trying to get Randy to do something with us for years, and the venue was never right. You know, you never had the right venue. When she came in here, she didn't want to leave. And there's going to be plenty of wall space that she's going to be using. We're going to give her an office to sign some contracts or make some future deals or to talk to the artists that are going to be everywhere. But I saw that she opened it up on Facebook because she used to have an artist page on there. She shut it down. And everybody's jumped back in. So she has a nice turnout, picking up art pieces, I read, bringing them down. We're going to measure out the pieces to put in there. So we're very excited about that as well. So we have art in our future. You didn't expect that, did you?
I did not expect that. Especially when, I didn't expect the studio, to be honest. I thought you'd still be working on it.
No, I told you I was going to get it done. We had water today. We had artists today. We had productions today.
We have a lot of good stuff cooking. We have some more stuff that I haven't even told you about.
Well, that always scares me because that means there's another learning curve to production.
Just a little bit at a time.
That's right. That's right. A little bit at a time. Look at and Linda's going to get involved as well because Linda's going to be doing taking care of business. She's going to be doing more productions on the outside. And I have a few announcements, but I have to wait until the 1st of January, but there is some new radio stuff coming forward, which we're very excited about. And we're going to be expanding and moving on and opening up a little bit more to see if we can get more shows on the air through the Beasley Network. But I can't say anything yet because it's not official. It hasn't been officially let out.
There's a pretty big hint there.
I know. It's exciting. Nice stuff. Good stuff is happening. So what else did we miss? Did we miss anything else? We have the shows in. We got all the shows in. I don't want to leave anybody out because and then I get an email and I get told you didn't talk about Caregiver Reality.
I was just thinking, David. Yeah.
Caregiver Reality with David Levy on Tuesdays, 5 to 6 p.m.
Dr. Pinoza.
Dr. Pinoza, which is on another station on Sundays from 11 to 12. On another station he's on. You go to pinozo.tv, you can see all the shows there. But David Levy is on Tuesday nights 5 to 6 at the NN Beasley Network as well, and that's Caregiver Reality. And then we have our good friends Steve and Renee, Ask the Experts on
critique as well?
Monday and Fridays at WNN 1470 from 4 to 5. And they bring in tons of guests because they ask the experts in different fields to come forward. And at the same time, we have our legal beaver, Jeff Van Treese, on Tuesday, Talk Legal. Legal Beagle, Jeff Van Treese, on Tuesdays, 6 to 6:30, Talk Legal. And I love Jeff's show because he brings guests in that talk about marijuana law and all sorts of things.
One that didn't pass in Florida?
And he explained why it didn't. But he also brought a guy in who showed that if it did pass, they were ready for the banking process to be different than Colorado. It would have been a fantastic show to follow. We should bring the guy back anyway as to what it is that we're doing with that. but we'll see.
I think 2016 elections will see that on the ballot again.
I think it's going to be an exciting 2015. I look forward to 2015. Hey, listen,
Presidential elections, I mean.
yeah, I know. But let's talk about, I mean, this is probably going to be one of our last shows when we settle this spot. But 2014 was a good year. We expanded. We met most of our goals.
We've definitely hit our biggest goal on our bucket list, which is to get our own studio.
That's right. And now we're doing production.
Now the one below it is even bigger. So
that's right. So 2015 is going to be full of new shows, more shows, and how to get it out into the public.
Better shows.
And better shows. We're looking. But you know something? The people that we have working with us right now have come a long way. They're better on the air now. They're interviewing better. They're bringing better material forward. They're beginning to understand the learning curve that you can take care of business with video, radio, video, internet, video. I mean,
Not attempting to say video.
what the bottom line is that video works. You know, Facebook is a monster, but video works. And to tell you the truth, from what I've seen, Facebook, in my estimation, has slowed down.
Facebook has slowed down with certain demographics, the younger demographics.
Okay, we got a minute.
Got a minute? Well, I guess the only thing that we haven't mentioned is the apps that we're working on too.
Apps. We
Mobile phone apps, iPhone and Android.
That's right. We actually are working on those, but they have to be in working order before we release it.
We have to find the right concoction of.
Yes. It has to work in all cases. It can't work some of the time. That doesn't
not
work.
even that. It just there has to be a reason. We don't want to just put stuff out there unless it's good. And I think that is the new defining point is quality now.
That's right.
We have our established niche. What is it? Now we want to make it better, and we want all of our viewers and listeners out there to just know that we're working on things to make things better, higher quality, new graphics, fancier graphics.
New studio, bigger spaces. Come on down. Let us deal with you. 866-224-5422. amp2.tv is the website. Want to thank Gio for coming down, Linda for doing the board. Want to say good night. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Take it away, Kenny.
Times are tough, and right now those in the commercial world know that being heard via advertisements is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. Amp2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen